Hey everybody, Angie here with I Feel the Rush in Brillion, Wisconsin, and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. For those of you who are new to our channel, the premise of I Feel the Rush is to encourage you guys to bring your outdoor experiences back to life, time after time, by creating memory decor. That's what we like to call it, where you bring things from the outdoors in so that every time you see it, it takes you back to those memories. I'm just looking in the background here and looking at the centerpiece that I made a few weeks ago, and it reminds me of being in the marsh and duck hunting and all of the amazing things. So as you can imagine, week after week we create these projects, and I'm surrounding myself with amazing pieces throughout our home that's super inexpensive, doesn't take a whole lot of skill, just a little bit of time, a little imagination. Bring out that creativity. And what I want to tell you before we go into this project is do not think that anything has to be perfect. Nothing that I do is perfect. Nothing that I do follows any sort of guidelines. I see some pictures, I get some ideas, and I roll with it. So the ideas that you're going to see today, the things that you see other weeks, they're just samplings of projects that I, get a bug to try, and I want to show you guys, because I want to show you that with just a little bit of adventuresome creativity, you can create amazing projects. You don't have to go spend thousands of dollars to spend money on cabin decor. You can create it no matter where you are. You can get these supplies and you can make it happen. So without further ado, again, for those of you who are new here, I'm Angie, and I live in Brillion, Wisconsin. If you ever have any questions, please reach out, send me a message. I love this community. I love what we're creating here. And I just love the open conversation and the ideas and the inspiration that flows. So we're here every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central. If I am not live with you, I'm always posting something for you because I love to share new ideas with you, especially as we go through these seasonal changes. As you can see, I've got the vest on. It's starting to cool down here, and as you can imagine, we're going to be hitting the woods pretty hard pretty soon. We're already getting out there and we're getting excited. The temperatures are dropping. We have snow coming next week. That's right, snow. So back in the day before I didn't hunt, it used to be like, oh, it's going to be a long winter, and now I'm like, snow? That's going to mean some major deer action out there. So it just changes. It's evolved over the years. So the only thing I'm thinking is I got to go out and get the things that are out in the field before they're covered in snow. So today, without further ado, we're going to talk acorns. So I had a wonderful suggestion from Angel Larson for painted acorns. What a genius idea. She shared a link with me, and it kind of got me thinking about these little guys and what could be done with these. I looked on Pinterest and found tons and tons of ideas. So I have other things I'd like to show you, but today I combined the painted acorn with another thing that I really like, and it comes from my mother, wreaths. I love wreaths. I love home decor. I love cabin decor. So what we've done, first of all, is I'm going to show you the piece and then I'm going to explain it. So what we've made today is an acorn wreath. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so first things first. There are some suggestions that I have you and some tips to give you. So I just lost my train of thought for a second. Acorns, I was thinking about oak ridges. They only produce acorns every couple years. Now, I'm not a tree expert, but I do know that certain trees only produce every certain years, and I don't know how often that is. But I've learned that these are really kind of like a piece of gold, because when you find them, it means that it's that year. It's a special year for that area, because next year, these trees won't be producing acorns anymore. So what we do is we take the rake and we go out and rake up a whole bunch of acorns and all that comes with it. So let me show you. What I start with is a bin of goodies. We'll call this goodies because there's all sorts of things in there. Leaves and sticks and bits and pieces and good acorns and bad acorns. So you're going to start with this, and you're going to pick out anything that looks like this, or anything that has a top on it, and an acorn that has a top on it. And you'll also find just little tops like this. It depends on what kind of things you want to include. Everybody's going to have a different idea. If you go on Pinterest, there's going to be tons of different options. You could go with a wreath that just only had the acorns. You could go with a wreath that had the acorns with the tops. You could go with just tops. You can do whatever you want. So keep an open mind on that front. And you could make a bunch of different ones. You can include pine cones. You can include sticks. You can include greenery. I'm headed up north to our cabin this weekend. And I sounded really Wisconsin there. Headed to the cabin. So it's no wonder people say we have accents. So headed to the cabin this weekend. And I'm going to get some greens. And I'm going to make another wreath with some greens and some pine cones and all the goodness. So I'm going to show you that when I have that one done as well. But for tonight, we're going to talk about these. When you get the acorns picked out of your mix, put them in soapy water, scrub them, wash them really good, rinse them off really good, lay them flat on a cookie sheet with the little edges so nothing goes rolling off in the oven. Set your oven to 250 and bake them for 2 to 3 hours. Preserves them. Like everything we talk about in nature, there are little critters on everything, so we always want to make sure everything's clean and, I hate to say dead, but you don't want anything live in here in your house. So you just want to clear that up. So wash them, bake them, and then you can take a sealer if you want, though I didn't. I went au naturel. And I did not spray them, but if you use like a spray sealer, it kind of makes them shiny depending on what you want to do with them. Also, I want to note when you put them in the oven, it's likely that the acorns will come out of the tops. Then you use your hot glue gun and you glue the tops back to the acorns if you want. Again, it's totally your choice. Mix it up. I put some out. I put some that were in. So that's that. So let them dry. And then you can use them. So this, I use just a green foam ring, but I've seen this done on all sorts of different kinds of wreath forms, wire forms, branches, you know, whatever. Go to the craft store, look online, look on Pinterest, and you'll see all sorts of ideas. So then what I did before I started putting these on, and I have two suggestions, well, two options. You could put all your acorns on first. I just used hot glue. So that was it. I used hot glue, and what I will tell you, you can see the wreath on this side, is I laid it down flat and I started putting my acorns in the center. So I laid it down flat and I started gluing all around the inside because as I went up layer by layer, it gave the rest of the acorns something to lay on. Because although you're using hot glue, it takes a few seconds for it to dry. So you get all your acorns on there. And then if you want to paint, which I just wanted to give it a little bit of a colorful flair, if you want to paint them, the idea that I had on Pinterest was because A, this type of paint dries fast, and B, it's more of a bold color to kind of stick out if that's what you're looking for, is fingernail polish. Ooh, what a thought. Now I had this fingernail polish for the other project that we worked on a few weeks ago where we dipped mugs. So I used, sorry, I'm reaching, green, pink, and I also used brown and black. And I will tell you, the brown worked really good because some of my acorns weren't very shiny. So I used brown, oh, you can see it right here. These brown ones have fingernail polish on them. And you wouldn't have known that. You would have just thought that was a really dark brown acorn. So you can see it. This has a different color brown as this one. Gives it a little bit of a variety. I used some greens, black, pink, a couple different versions or shades of pink, I guess you could say. And just gives it a little bit of a, you know, a little variety of color. Because I love all of the neutral tones, but sometimes you need a little bit of a color in there just to spice things up a little bit. So yeah, so what do you think? Let me know what you think of this. Now I'm just going to put a hanger on this backside and I'm going to hang it on the wall. You can't see the wall entirely, but I will post a picture of this when it's actually hanging on. I think I'll put like Maybe I'll just put a piece of wire back here because I don't really want to put a ribbon on it, but you can do whatever you want. You could run a ribbon straight through here and hang it on there. But yeah, I thought it turned out super awesome, and I will tell you, the actual gluing of the acorns on here to finish it probably took half hour. So not long at all. So I'm telling you, between raking, gluing, painting, if you include your time in the oven, maybe like 3-4 hours. But seriously, you're going to spread that out over a couple days, chances are, or just a good Sunday. This is a great Sunday project. This is a fantastic project for kids. Like, how much easier could it get? It's so awesome. I love it. And if you were working with littler kids, you could probably find a safer glue than the hot glue, but there's a lot of glue options out there. So let me know what you think. Do you like this? What would you do? Would you paint it? Would you use different colors? I'd like to hear what your thoughts are, and if you have any other suggestions or if you've done something like this, please post a picture in the comments below. I would love to see it. Yeah, and if you're in the Green Bay area in Wisconsin, we're in Brillion, which is just outside of Green Bay. On Sunday of this week, it will be the 20. I'll have to post it in the comments below. I can't think of what the date is offhand. I'm having a fall open house here at our home to show you different projects that we've worked on, have some different projects for you just to look at for inspiration from our different Facebook Lives. And we'll also have some projects for sale. So we'll have supplies, I have feathers, I have acorns, I have you name it, there's going to be supplies for sale. So if you're in the area and you're looking for some supplies to do projects, or you just like to chat about different projects and get some inspiration, I'm here and I would love to chat with you. So I will post the date and the times in the comments below. If you're available and you're in the area, I would love to see you. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I look forward to talking to you again next Thursday. If you like this video, please, please give it a thumbs up and share it on your page. Share it with your friends and family because it's fall, baby. Let's see some fall decor inspiration out there for those of you who love the outdoors or just love to bring this beauty inside. Again, you don't have to collect these. You can go online and buy them if you don't have these kind of supplies. Or just drop me a message and I can hook you up because I got supplies. So, but thank you again. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for always chiming in with some comments. And I look forward to talking to you again next week. Have a fantastic night, everybody. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.